Thank you so much to Jeff and Matt for organising this morning's Royton litter pick. Lovely weather to be out, and it's incredible what a relatively small number of people can achieve in a couple of hours. The area looks so much better. This was put up by the Royton Independents 5 days ago. Councillor AMANDA CHADDERTON. Do you think this is leadership? Councillor AMANDA CHADDERTON attended the community clean-up on Saturday 21st of January in the New Coin Street area. After staying for only a short period on Saturday morning, then using the event for a photo opportunity, the Royton Independents are asking, is this leadership? As the leader of Oldham Council, why did you think it was appropriate to take a quick selfie, get it on your I Love Oldham platform and leave? So I Love Oldham is an Oldham Council funded platform. You pay for it. How does this behaviour fit in with the Don't Trash Oldham initiative? As a local councillor, why haven't you taken action earlier to include this area in the council's clean-up initiative? Instead, you left it to be fixed by unpaid volunteers. It's clear to the Royton Independents and the people of Royton, we are not getting a fair deal. This is exactly why Royton needs councillors who genuinely care and are passionate about making a difference for the community they serve. And it goes on, yeah. So what AMANDA CHADDERTON had done was she'd put up a photograph, and her post suggested that she'd done more work than what she really had. Thank you so much to Jeff and Matt for organising this morning's Royton litter pick. Lovely weather to be out, and it's incredible what a relatively small number of people can achieve in a couple of hours. The area looks so much better. Suggestion there, from my point of view, the suggestion there is that she was one of the small number of people can achieve in a couple. She was one of them. She'd been there all that time, and that is her contribution. She turned up for a photo shoot. Oh, Aaron. If you live in, I've triggered someone. Oh. You missed a point, don't you? You're not very bright, are you, lad? You missed a point completely. The council leader is one suggesting she's done more than she has and used it as a photo opportunity. Use the contributions of volunteers as a photo opportunity. And secondly, what the Royton Independents are showing, highlighting, is something I'll say to all of you. If the leader of the council is out with a team of volunteers picking up litter, even if she was there for 6 hours, what that is a demonstration of, is a failure of the policy. Remember, £1 million and more has been invested in the Don't Trash Oldham initiative. And yet, volunteers are having to take to the streets to clean up their own communities in areas like Royton, who have not received their fair share. And it's what we've been saying all along. There are wards in this town that pay disproportionate amounts of money and receive an inferior service. So after paying a disproportionate amount of money, they're having to clean up their own communities themselves. And not their immediate streets and houses, but areas where fly tipping and stuff is taking place, where the council are failing to do their job. So AMANDA CHADDERTON didn't like it. Didn't like it one bit. And she responded by going on and posting on what presents itself to be an independent Facebook page. But we know many of these pages are not independent. So she went on something called Royton Community Hub. Let me try and bring that up. Royton Community Hub is not independent. It's another one of the council run, funded by you, web pages that pretend to be independent, but they're not. And many of you are banned off it. It's just, you know, it's tyranny. It's tyranny. And here you go, Royton Community Hub. Let me try and find the post if I can. This is the post. Here we go. So this is Amanda Chadderton. Royton litter pick. This is her response. As people may know, on Saturday I went to a litter pick in Royton and posted about it on my councillor Facebook page. It was then shared in here by one of the organisers. Oh, Amanda. Let's start with what happened. It was shared on here, not in here, on. It was shared on the I Love Oldham page, Amanda Chadderton. Okay? The council funded page. The council's own official page. That's where it was first shared. And it may have been shared in Royton Community Hub as well. But let's not pretend it was shared. It was shared on here by one of the organisers. You posted comments, Amanda Chadderton. You posted very specific comments. You wait all you want, lad. We took out Sean Fielding. We took out Arood Shah. We took out Hannah Roberts. We took out some of your coldest clowns. I'm not playing your game, Labour Party boy. You watch. You watch. How you doing in Failsworth? Idiot. I didn't claim any credit for organising. Well, you suggested it. And praised the work of the two volunteers who had done so much work to improve the area of Royton. No. If you'd done that, Amanda, if you had done that, you would have posted the two volunteers cleaning up, not a picture of yourself. If you had done what you claim, you would not put a picture of yourself up and leave it as ambiguous as you did. And that the leader of the council is resourcing to defending herself on a Facebook page just shows the level she operates at. This is Sean Fielding like. Since then, I've seen a social media post by other people that were there, not the organisers. Okay, so other people that were there, what does that mean? Other people who were cleaning up? Other volunteers? Telling what can only be described as lies about me being there. What were the lies? You arrived late and left early. How is that lies? How is that lies? If they had any issue with me being there, then they had more than enough time to say something directly to me. Why would they? They did exactly what astute politicians would do. Watch you dig your own hole. Why would anyone want to intervene when you were digging your own hole? And you followed it through with your post and your ambiguous statement, which clearly suggested or left it open to suggest one thing rather than another. instead of writing some made-up story on social media 3 days later. You'd know all about made-up stories, wouldn't you, Amanda Chadderton? But this wasn't a made-up story. They asked you a legitimate question. Amanda, did you arrive late and leave early? It's a simple question. Did you arrive late and leave early? And if you're promoting the volunteers, why did I put a picture of yourself up? I haven't got the time to respond to every lie that is told about me on social media. And it's ridiculous to lie about something as simple as a litter pick. Whoa. However, it also undermines trust in local councillors and makes people cynical and negative, and sometimes you have to call out the pettiness of it. I shared, on purpose, prior to sharing this, Debbie Abraham's statement with her data. Was that imbecile gone? The MP Debbie Abrahams' own data about a lack of trust in politicians. It has very little to do with a litter pick. I haven't got the time to respond to every lie that is told about me on social media. But it's ridiculous to lie about something as simple as a litter pick. Well, I'm afraid that litter pick is not simple, and if it was simple, with your £1.5 million of resources into Don't Trash Oldham, you'd have done something more. You'd have had more of an impact if it was as simple. If this was a simple solution, Amanda Chadderton, it would not be a priority concern for the people of this town, irrespective of which ward they live in. The political debate in Oldham in recent years has become toxic. It's become toxic because your party have been complicit in the cover-up of the grooming and gang rape of our town's children. It's become toxic because your mentor, Jim Ignatius O'Rourke McMahon, whilst leader of the council, and you, his protege, was involved in covering up the grooming and gang rape of the town's children and then calling decent people far-right racists, which is what you've continued to do yourself, Amanda Chadderton. It's become toxic because of Arood Shah and her mobster affiliations, which you've never spoken out against. It's become toxic because of Greater Manchester Police's complicity in criminality in this town and the council inability to hold them to account because they have shit on you and you have shit on them. It's become toxic because your council, your Labour Party council, sold off our community assets to dodgy Asian businessmen on the cheap. It's become toxic because your council, your Labour council, secretly funded mosques that harvested postal votes for Labour Party politicians. It's become toxic because the majority of people in this town, or a growing number of people in our town, have had enough of you, your lies, and your damn right failure to uphold any standards in public life. I turned up on Saturday because I love Royton. If you love Royton so much, why don't you live in Royton? Why don't you live in the community that you're a councillor for? If you love Royton so much. You made a choice of where you bought your house, didn't you, Amanda Chadderton? Calling her own constituents liars. How toxic is that, Amanda? Yeah, she can't even see the contradiction, Nick. She's on about toxic politics, yet she's the one who resorts to toxic language, calling people liars. I turned up on Saturday because I love Royton. I take massive pride in what a great place it is, and I wanted to support Matt and Jeff, and I had assumed everyone turned up for the same reasons. Everyone turned up to clean up. That's why they were there on time and left on time. And I don't think the others... I don't remember... Nick, did the Royton Independents take selfies Oldham would be a lot better place if we all built on some of the positivity and not try to use a community litter pick as some kind of political football that in the end will only divide people and put them off taking part. What nonsense of a statement is that? There's about 4 different sections to that sentence, but let's start. Oldham would be a lot better place if we all built on some of the positivity. Now, Oldham would be a lot better place if we dealt with, if you had the courage to deal with your dodgy Asian councillors who have worked in partnership with Jim McMahon, Sean Fielding, Arud Shah to bring this town to its knees. When Royton Medical Centre, and we exposed Dr. Chauhan's role in that, and he's suing me, by the way, which we'll get to on a different day, she didn't even have the courage to go and stand outside and photograph herself outside the medical centre that the Care Quality Commission had found to be in multiple statutory breaches. Damning report. She didn't even have the courage to go and stand outside there and take the photograph. So she took it outside a medical centre that was not at fault. And try not to use a community litter pick as some kind of political football. I'm sorry, Amanda. You're the one who used it as a political football by posting a selfie of you at a litter pick. You tried to use it for political gain by posting a selfie of you at a litter pick. That was then shared on the I Love Oldham page. You are the person who tried to use this as a political football. And in the end will only divide people. Divide people from what, Amanda? The inept to those who aren't inept. The corrupt to those who aren't corrupt. The rape gang protectors or the partners in rape gang to those who care about children. What? Where are the division lines, Amanda? To those who eat samosas and not sausage rolls? Where are the division lines? And put them off taking part. Put them off taking part of what? Amanda Chadderton. These people shouldn't be cleaning up their own streets in the way they have. Because you've got £1 million scheme that isn't doing what it's meant to do. Don't trash Oldham. Labour has trashed Oldham. Indeed, Gary. And yes, Sally. Her and the Labour Party uses political football daily. Has she ever watched back a political football behaviour at full council meetings? And Captain Underpants has finally joined. Makes previous leaders look intelligent. And you're right, Karen. It is indeed Labour that has divided Oldham. What I find incredulous as Tony suggests, what I find incredulous is that the leader of Oldham Council, having been embarrassed by the manner in which he attempted to use a litter pick for political gain, has resorted to Facebook, to posting on Facebook, attacking members of the public and calling them liars. When what she should have been doing is talking about the power of volunteers, perhaps. How much Don't Trash Oldham is only effective with the added voluntary contributions of members of the community. Maybe as a Royton councillor, she should be saying where the £1.5 million or whatever it is Don't Trash Oldham has had. How much Royton has had as its fair share. It hasn't, by the way. Amanda Chadderton is a very poor leader in a sequence of poor leaders. And I think it's telling that the comments underneath that, significant number of them have been deleted. And one of the first ones to have been deleted was Julie Hayward's. Remember, Amanda Chadderton has felt so passionate about this, been embarrassed by her role at a litter pick and the way she tried to use it for political gain. Julie Haywood's response went something along the lines of, well, at least it didn't destroy your life. Or at least you can't say it's destroyed your life. The symbolism, of course, back to the CSE inquiry, where she stood up and said, you know, you can't say it's destroyed their lives. Being gang raped, can't say it's destroyed their lives. Well, you can't say it's destroyed your life here, have you, can you, Amanda Chadderton? And you know what happened to Julie Haywood? She got banned off that page and her comment got deleted. We've got a treat on Tuesday morning. We've got a treat with the Freedom of Information request on Tuesday morning. You'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy it very much. This is a joke. This is an absolute joke. She's a disgrace. She's an utter disgrace of a council leader. And no amount of Labour Party spin doctoring on social media will stop decent local people who live in the community from asking questions. Do you see, it goes back to exactly Sean Fielding, Arud Shah, all the same. Don't like being held up to scrutiny, which is why Operation Hexagon exists and you and I are being monitored by Greater Manchester Police.
Do not fear them. Do not fear any of them.